So I've had some people ask me if Luxembourg, the country, is only made up of one city, its capital city. Well, no, it's not. The country and the capital city have the same name, but Luxembourg, the country, has other cities and towns as well. So they have over 100 municipalities, and Luxembourg City is just one of these municipalities. Since some of these municipalities are located in different regions, they are all not the same. They have different landscapes. They specialize in different things. In this video, I will focus on the wine-making region of Luxembourg. So the wine region of Luxembourg is on the east side, alongside the Moselle River. The side I'm recording from is Luxembourg, and the other side is Germany. So this is right on the border between Luxembourg and Germany. A few municipalities are located in Luxembourg's wine region. In this video, I will focus on Wormadange and Grevenmacher. I know the pronunciations are bad, but let's just enjoy the place. Luxembourg is very green in spring and summer. Is it me, or does this region look like it could be somewhere in Switzerland or, I don't know, like Austria? This region of Luxembourg specializes in grape growing and winemaking. The landscape makes it perfect for growing grapes. And throughout the towns or villages, you can see a lot of winemaking symbolism. The landscape is similar on the German side, and they have wines too, but at this point I only visited Luxembourg, so I will mainly talk about Luxembourg. This is one of the villages in Wormadange called Mactum. It has a lot of these shrines or chapels. Luxembourg has a history of having a big Catholic population. I'm not sure about now, since a lot of people have moved in who have a lot of different religious backgrounds. I think this is a postbox. It looks like a little wine barrel. It looks so cool. And here's another shrine or chapel. And this, I guess it's a traditional winemaking machine. This house has the vineyards on the wall, as you can see there. Whatever this is, it looks like something that would be used in the winemaking process. Or maybe it's just an old boiler. And here's another shrine or chapel. To get to a really good view of Wormadange, I had to hike to the top of one of the hills. And on top of it, there's another chapel. This chapel is surrounded by vineyards, so there are no houses near it, but you can see most of Wormadange from the chapel. You can also see the Moselle River and Germany. The good thing about this view is that you can get here by car if you're driving, and you can also hike. The bad thing is that in winter, it doesn't look so good unless it's snowing. But I wouldn't recommend that you go to this hill when it's snowing, because that would be too dangerous. The chapel's name is called Kopken, so in order to see this view in Wormadange, you would need to get to the Kopken chapel. The funny thing about the vineyards is that depending on which side of the river they're on, after the wine is produced, this side will be labeled as Luxembourgish wine, and across the river will be labeled as German wine. You can actually hear the church bells from the village when you're at the chapel. It looks like a lot of stairs to get to the chapel, but for an experienced hiker, it's really nothing. If I could do it, I think anybody else can. The chapel was built in 1925 in honor of Saint Donatus, a patron saint of the vineyards of Wormadange, also a weather saint against lightning, thunder, hailstone, storm, and fire. There was no one looking after the chapel. I only saw a few farmers that were looking after the vineyards, but for the most part, it was very quiet. I did come across a few small wild animals, but mainly lizards and some sort of like squirrel, but I think it could have been a giant rat. It was quite far, so I didn't really see it properly. Overall, it's safe to hike in Luxembourg. It's one of the safest countries in Europe. It doesn't really have dangerous animals either. Or maybe it does, but I did not see any warnings about dangerous animals in this area. But to be sure, always check with the official websites. So if you are going to Womadange, check out the Womadange official page. And if it's Gravenmacher, check out the official page as well. They usually give out a lot of information. When you go down to the residential village, there are some activities you can do, like wine tasting. You won't miss it when you're there. I didn't book a session since I don't drink, but it's there if you do. I kind of wish they had more year-round activities because some are only for a few weeks in the whole year. So I guess this can be boring for some people. That's why Luxembourg has this reputation that it's boring. You know, not much happens there. When it actually does have some things, they just need to, I don't know, just do a bit more with it. When you drive alongside the Moselle River, you get to see a lot of the vineyards on both sides, the German side and the Luxembourg side. They're just incorporated with the residential homes. Public transport is available to go around the Moselle River and it's free. It's actually what I was using to record some of this footage, so you can pick a town you want to visit and public transport can take you there. Restaurants are available here and there, but they're not a lot compared to the city of Luxembourg. Luxembourg wine is mostly consumed in country, and its wine region is mainly alongside the banks of the Moselle River. The whole region is actually only about 1,300 hectares. This is smaller than an average commercial vineyard in other countries. But Luxembourg is home to more than 400 wine growers and producers. The Moselle Valley is apparently 250 million years old. It was worked by the Celts, Gauls, and the Romans. They all tended to vineyards in this valley. Monasteries then extended the vineyards in the Middle Ages. In 1842, a customs agreement was signed with Germany, and Luxembourg wines were then mainly exported to Germany. Basically, low-quality wines were produced in Luxembourg, which were then exported to Germany, and they would blend with other local wines and eventually produce cheap sparkling wines. In the 1920s, Lux wine growers started diversifying their wines as Luxembourg Wine Institute was created. And from then onwards, the quality increased, and now there are world-class wines. This is in the commune of Gravenmacher, and here there's a lot of wine symbolism too. The grapevine are even used as street decorations, and they look amazing in summer and spring. So, just like the commune of Womadange, in September, Gravenmacher has a lot of wine activities and festivals. I will be posting another video soon on one of the wine festivals Gravenmacher had. So check out my Luxembourg playlist. So Luxembourg's most famous wine is Riesling. It has all of these types as well. I don't know how to pronounce the names of all of them, but what I know is they produce both white and red wines. So I'm sure they have something for everyone's taste. You can easily find the wines in local supermarkets in Luxembourg. I'm not sure about outside of Luxembourg though, since most of it is consumed in Luxembourg. I've never checked in other countries if these are available or not, since I don't drink wine. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.